Bonjour, Madame So. Bravo! Ça va? Ça va bien, merci. So today, we're going to put everything we've done together and we're going to see if we can write a text describing where we live, where we were born, where we are from. So, first of all, trouvez la phrase. My mum lives in. I was born in. My grandparents live in. I'm French. My family is from. I live next to the sea. We're going to see if you can remember how we said these phrases. And we took them all from our text about French footballers, remember? So we had Je suis français, mes grands-parents habitent, ma mère habite, ma famille est d'origine, je suis néo, j'habite au bord de la mer. S'il vous plaît, reliez phrases. Reliez les phrases en anglais et français. Reliez les phrases. Qu'est-ce qu'on va faire? Bien. We're going to match up the phrases. So have a look at the English. Write down the English phrases 1 to 6 and see if you can match them with the French. Pause the video now to give yourself time to do it. Bien. Vous avez fini? On va voir. Let's see how many you matched up. Okay, numéro 1. My mum, she lives in. Bravo. Ma mère habite. Check and correct. Numéro 2. I was born in. Je suis né en. My grandparents, they live in. Mes grands-parents habitent en. I've just noticed. Look at my ending on my verb here. It's different from here. Why? You're right. My mum, she lives in. But I can't say my grandparents, she live in. I have to say my grandparents, they live in. I'm French. Comment est-ce qu'on dit I'm French? Super. Je suis français. My family is from. We have another way of saying this. My family originates from, and that helps us work it out. Ma famille est d'origine. I live next to the sea. J'habite au bord de la mer. Super, fantastique. So we're going to put everything we've learned together to help us make a passage about this lady. Her name's Mary Pierce. She lives in Paris, in France. She was born in Canada and her parents live in Germany. So we're going to see if we can come up with some sentences about her using the sentence that we had before about our French footballers. So I want to start by saying, hello, I'm called Mary Pierce. Now I know how to say I'm called, je m'appelle. And I know how to say hello, bonjour, salut. So I'm going to start by saying, bonjour, je m'appelle Mary Pierce. Now next I want to say I live in Paris. And I want to put some extra detail in. A big town in France. So I live. I'm going to use my sentences to help me. I remember. J'habite. I live. In Paris. I'm going to use my sentences here. My mum, she lives in Paris, à Paris. So when we say I live in a town, we say à Paris, a big town. Now what was the word for town? Je sais, ville. Grande ville. In France, en France. So I'm going to say, j'habite à Paris, une grande ville, en France. Now I want to say, I am French. We practiced this last week. Je suis français. Except that's about a boy. And Mary Pierce I can see is a girl. So what do I have to do? Bien, I have to add an E. Je suis française. But, comment est-ce qu'on dit but? Bien, mais. I was born in. Now let me see if I can find a phrase. I know, we've just had that. Je suis née. Because I'm a girl, I have to be very careful. I have to change that. What do you think I might need to do? You're right. I need to add an extra E. Je suis née. Now, in Canada. Now, I know that Canada is a boy country. That means I can't say en Canada. I have to say au Canada. Let's see. Je suis française, mais je suis née au Canada. My family originates from France. My family is originally French. That's what I want to say. Can I find a sentence to help me? Ma famille est d'origine. Now, I'm not African origin, I'm French. So I can use my word française. Let's see. Ma famille est d'origine française. Now, my parents, they live in the country in Germany. Now, let me see. Mes grands-parents means my grandparents. No, I don't say my grandparents, I want to say my parents. Mes parents habitent. Now, what was my phrase for in the countryside? Je sais. À la campagne. En Allemagne. Let's see. Mes parents habitent à la campagne en Allemagne. Now, my next sentence I want to say is, my brother, he lives next to the sea in France. Well, I know here I've got my mum, but I don't want to say my mum, I want to say my brother. Now, I remember the word for brother, frère. Mon frère habite next to the sea. Here we go. Au bord de la mer en France. Let's see. Mon frère habite au bord de la mer en France. Super. Fantastic. So on your worksheet now, I'd like you to pause the video and copy down that text so you've got it as a model to use in a moment for your own writing. Pause the video, give yourself time to write that information. Bien, vous avez fini? Have you finished? Good. So now, at the bottom of your worksheet, I'd like you to write a similar piece of information about you. I want you to start by telling me who you are. I'd like you to tell me where you live. So you might say, j'habite à Sutton, à Cheam, à Wimbledon, à Mitcham. Tell me where you live. Is it une grande ville? Is it un petit village? You tell me where you live. What country? En France? No. En Angleterre. I want to know what nationality you are. And you'll see at the bottom of your worksheet, I've put some different that you might want to say. But remember what you have to do if you're a girl. Remember, last week we had lots of nationalities. You can use that information to help you. Where were you born? Je suis née. And you can tell me where you were born. You might want to include where your family originates from. You don't have to include that. That's down to you. You might want to tell me, for example, where your grandparents live. You might want to tell me where a sister lives. So you are going to write a short paragraph telling me about you and where people in your family live. Bien. Use the information from our sentences to help you. Use the information here to help you and the nationalities that we looked at last time. When you have done that, I'd like to see your work, so see if you can send it to me. Bien. So to finish our topic, I thought today you might like to have a go at a quiz. So, you'll see on the worksheet, it says there's this address here, Euroclub. I'd like you to go to this website and I'd like you to click on famous French people. When you have loaded and you've clicked on the French people, see how many of the answers to the quiz questions you can find. and I'll see if I can do a small prize for the winning entries. So send me your work when you have finished. 3, 2, 1.